My name is Forrest, and I have a deep secret. I have stuff, lots of stuff. You name it, I have it. I like to think of myself as not a hoarder, but a collector. But I just collect so many different things. Some people might define me as a hoarder. For the last 12 years, I've been accumulating items at a massive pace. Auctions, flea markets, yard sales. It's almost like overkill. I get into something, I just go way overboard and gotta have everything and need it now. And the end result is all of this.
I'm AJ, and Forrest is my dad. My father dubs himself as the collector, his house of treasures. Yes, I would agree with that.
I have a collection of masks from all over the world. I have a collection of clocks. I have a collection of angels. I have glassware. I have a massive 500-gallon fish tank. I have a collection of vases, big vases, talking pieces, like Santa Claus. You see very few of them. I love it. And I love clothes, absolutely love clothes. I probably have a couple of thousand ties, 300 or 400 pairs of shoes, hats, fedoras. I have more clothes than any man in Virginia. And it's because I just like nice things, and I've become somewhat of a overly ambitious collector.
I'm Vista, and Forrest is my good friend. Forrest collects everything. He'll go somewhere and see something and like it, and Forrest will buy it. He doesn't care what it is or how much it costs. He's gonna get it.
In my neighborhood, most individuals didn't matriculate to college. And I was a member of an organization which made a real difference in my life. They took me out of underwater basket weaving and put me in college prep type courses. So I ended up going to college. I've been blessed with opportunities to be successful in life. At an early age, I started investing in housing, but at the age of 25, I had 3 houses. And when I moved to this particular area, I bought a very nice brand new home, which was my dream home. So this house reflected a sense of successful entrepreneurship, a successful way of life. And so I worked hard to get what I had. You know, I was a vice president at a university. I was a dean at a university, 20 years in higher education, run a number of nonprofit organizations, and I'm the executive director for an after-school program for at-risk youth. Try to help kids become productive, civic-minded adults at some point in life.
I'm Curtis, and I work with Forrest. His focus is always trying to see what's best for the kids, doing what's best for the kids, providing things for the kids.
My house was a place that was open door. I used to have people over, a lot of my sponsors, and we have a little music, we shoot some pool, tour the house, just have fun. Because part of raising money is that you have to have relationships. And so my house was part of that. I would say for the first 10 years or more was beautiful.
If my father doesn't clean up his house, I think he'll lose the house. I really do.
Sometimes when I get up in the morning, my eyes become teary because of the fact that it's just so much. Looking around and saying, look at all this stuff. What I have now is the demise of who I am and what I'm about. Part of me is just like, save me, help me. Unless I make some changes, I could fall prey to a devastating situation.
Welcome, everybody. We got a really big group today. I'm Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. We're all here for one person, Forrest, all right? This is the guy we're here to help. This is a tough one. Forrest, you're a really unique hoarder. You are a hoarder.
Collector.
Well, we'll disagree all day on that. If we're all here, you're a hoarder, okay? Here's the deal. Everybody loves this guy. And that's why he's gotten away with this hoarding, all right? Because nobody wants to say anything. This is the week we say something. We want you, and everyone in your family has told me, they want you to get your house back so you can have your life back. That's awesome. Here's the hard part. There's a lot of nice stuff in there. This is not trash. I've got a dumpster. I don't know if we're gonna fill it, but it doesn't mean the house doesn't get cleaned. So I'm gonna push you a lot on donation and sell. And I've brought in a colleague of mine, Brandon, right? Just because this thing is a big house, y'all. We got a lot of work to do. Right? We've got everybody from SteriClean. We've got a bunch of local organizers going to help us as well. We're all here to help you.
Okay.
You guys ready to go?
Yeah. Ready.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, Mike, I want to show you this house. We've got a lot of stuff here. So he's not necessarily gonna sell everything.
Okay.
We're just looking to see, the goal of this is for you to peek around and see what would sell. So we can educate him at the end of the day, like, hey man, if you did want to sell this, that's what you'd get.
Okay, very good.
There's a lot of items that I think have some value, but I think Forrest thinks they have more value than they actually do. So I'm bringing in an expert that can sell everything, whether it's for $1 or it's up to a couple $1,000s. All right, so what are you finding in there?
I was looking for some big ticket items, and to be honest, I don't see very many of them. And the ones that we do find, it seems like he wants to keep.
So just to put in perspective, I asked you to find 20 items that you could sell for a lot of money. And are you able to do that?
I don't believe so. There's a ton of low dollar items, $5, $10, $20 items. It'll all add up, but at the end of the day, I'm not confident that we'll find the big ticket ones.
We only have a couple days here. If I spend 3 days trying to sell dollar items, I still don't fix this.
Right.
The financial crisis is still very real. I thought we could sell some things to make that go away. That's not the case anymore. So the best option we have is get this house cleaned, back in shape, fix all the things that need to be repaired, and then dealing with what we can on the rest of the financial crisis.
Walk through slowly, let him make a decision. Garbage.
Trash.
Good job.
No, I got to keep this piece here. That came from my office. I can repaint that.
Okay. I'm betting when you brought this stuff in, it was in much different condition.
Yes, it was.
And I see the pain in your eyes when you see this stuff that's been damaged.
Yeah. If I can find the top of it, that's a decent.
Look inside.
Not on there, throw it in the trash for us.
Trash.
Yeah, that's no good.
AJ, Curtis, and Vista are all encouraging Forrest.
If it's not working, it's trash.
And AJ says he's gonna push his dad because he wants everything to go.
It's trash. It's all trash.
You're not mechanically inclined at all, so you don't do work like this.
You don't either.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Well, we know he ain't done it in at least 8 years.
Yeah, it's sitting in there.
All right, very good.
It's trash.
Trash.
Very good. Forrest, you're doing great.
Oh, sell those.
Oh, no.
What you gonna do
That's
with them?
part of my
What you
cash
gonna do with them? You bought them to sell.
Yeah, they got a
You
price
bought them
tag
to
on
sell.
them.
No.
Sell,
bought 'em
Forrest,
to
you got
sell.
a price tag on them. Sell them.
Okay, why did you buy these, Forrest?
To sell.
I have a collection of cast iron in the hallway.
That's my collection.
It's nothing.
That's my collection when I was a kid. That was mine. And I already told you because you lying right now.
Now I'm definitely keeping them. I'm definitely keeping them now.
Forrest has got a
I'm
price
definitely
tag
keeping
on
them now. You hollering at me? That's not gonna work. I'm keeping these.
You
I want
lost
to keep
your
these.
dinner, man.
That's fine. I don't care.
Parker.
Keeping these. Keeping these. Don't holler at me no damn more.
I can holler if you want. I'm a grown man.
Parker.
Keep this.
Forrest.
Keep this.
They got a price tag on them.
Keep this.
All right, AJ.
He's lying. Those cars up there are mine, not yours.
You didn't buy that one of them.
How did you get them?
So you didn't buy stuff for me when I was a kid, huh?
When you left them, you didn't want them.
I had no place to put them.
Okay, so hang on. What I hear you saying, Forrest, is that you did buy them.
Break. Don't you ever do that to me again. Don't be hollering.
I want to do to you. I'm a grown man.
Okay. All right, get off my property. Come on. Get off my property.
Find him.
Hey, I got
Oh, him. He always does like that. Thinks he's big and bad. I'll beat your ass like I did last time.
What he just did was disrespectful as far as I'm concerned. I don't care if you want to show no more. Right now, I want to off my property.
Man, him.
AJ, calm down.
Him.
AJ,
Fucking lying to people.
AJ.
I see through that.
calm down.
No, he told me to get off his property. I'm leaving, man.
No, we can't go. All right.
He went off like that on me for no reason. He's messed up.
I have to suspect that his tension is pretty high because he's worried about you.
Don't let that get to you.
No, because this is the last time. This is our last opportunity. He knows that.
Calm down, okay?
I heard what he said, by the way.
I know
There was
you
a
heard.
punk move on his part, and I won't forget that.
I know.
Because what he said to me is very hurtful, and I'm not going to stand for it, okay?
The thing I'm trying to get AJ to understand is I know we don't love each other, man. You know, it hurts me. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this between y'all. I don't want to say this.
It's about
I know,
Curtis,
Forrest. We got to get this, man. We can't leave it like this. We can't leave it like this. We got to fix this, man, so we can get this done.
I'd like to ask that we can just take some time, let things simmer down, and not send him away. We really need him, and you need him. I know you didn't need that. I think there's something much deeper going on, and I think that AJ's been holding a lot of that in. I'm really concerned because AJ is a really important part of this process, and I've got to try to get them back together again.
If God called you or AJ home tonight, somebody's going to be unhappy and they're going to regret it the rest of their life.
That's what sometimes we deal with that, baby. Sometimes that's how
Is it worth it? That's your only blood child.
Sometimes it will.
I'm sorry, man.
Man,
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. What I said when I walked away, I shouldn't have said that.
You know what you said? You said,
I know.
I asked you, you choked me from behind. And I still, you know, I'm still dealing with that. You know what I mean?
I know you are.
Hug and love each other. Tell them you love
sorry.
them. Don't y'all love each other?
I love you, Dad. I'm sorry.
Tell them, Forrest.
You know, I love you too, man.
I'm sorry, man. Stop. I'm sorry. And you know the only reason that happened was because
Don't even go there. Come on, Curtis. Let's do group hug. Everybody do group hug.
I'm sorry, man.
Don't go no.
I didn't mean to do that, all right? All right? I know, man.
Okay, let's go.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Give me a hug.
Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, man, you know that's for me.
Even though AJ and Forrest hugged it out and said that everything was okay, I can tell it's not. I could see the tension. Is there something you want to say to AJ?
No.
AJ, do you feel like this is an opportunity for the two of you to try to put some stuff to rest?
There's probably too much going on for everything to be put to rest, but I think, you know, with the different stresses maybe this house has put on him and us, that it hasn't really allowed us to fix other things.
In any family, it can be very difficult to express yourself when there's hurt and pain. And that's what that was just all about. You both were angry, but it's because you're hurting inside. What do you think, Forrest?
And we got some things that we need to resolve. That's all I can say.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Okay.
Today is make or break. I was going into today, making sure we drew a line. We did have a little disagreement. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Me and him, we're both passionate people, but we were able to move past that. It's time to get to work.
Father-son, man, I get it. This family, they let each other have it, and then they tell each other they love each other and hug it out, and they're back to work. It's pretty awesome. So we're just gonna keep going. Is that cool?
Yes.
Do you want 5 minutes, or we just keep bringing stuff by?
No, just keep it going.
Okay. Guys, let's just keep hustling in the garage.
I'm my own demolition team.
It's the last day. We got a lot of moving parts to do. We've got 2 cars that have to be towed. We've got an AC being installed, and we have new appliances, and we got to clean the entire upstairs. And I'm nervous. I mean, I don't know that we're gonna get this all done. Man, where are we gonna put all this? The garage was emptied, and it's full again. I've still got a front yard completely filled with clothes, and I got about an hour to go. I mean, I have no earthly idea how I'm gonna get this done. Forrest is letting a lot go, and that's great, but every time I fill up a dumpster, he starts digging through it again, and he starts pulling a few things out.
I can sell this. I mean,
Okay, I mean,
if it's not broke all up now.
it was in the garage.
I think Forrest just sees the dollar signs going in the trash can. I think this is really hard for him.
I'm struggling, man. I mean, throwing away my stuff, man.
Right now, he's freaking out. He thinks we're throwing away all his good stuff.
Hey, Jay, I prefer you don't throw nothing of my stuff away.
We're not. We're donating to people
don't
that can
want-
actually
it's
use
not,
it.
It's not.
People that can actually
It's
use
not.
it, they're
I
gonna
don't
use
want you
it.
doing nothing else.
I don't touch nothing else. I ain't doing nothing else. Fine.
We still got a lot of work to do. We're gonna give everything we got to finish this job. We're really excited to bring the family through and let them see all the great work that we've accomplished.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
You can actually walk in the house now, not have to climb
Yes.
over everything.
Wow.
You can have Thanksgiving dinner again.
All right, guys, what do you see?
Space.
Space.
I see space.
We actually got a lot out of this house. 10 tons of trash came out of this house. That's a lot. But Forrest still kept a lot, like quite a bit.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Wow. You could live in here now, man. Oh, my. Oh, they redid the left.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Wow,
Yes.
Forrest.
All right, Forrest, what you
Wow.
think, man? This is your room.
Oh, my God. This is, wow. It's unbelievable. When I walked into that bedroom, it brought tears to my eyes because it gave me some indicator that I can get my house back. I should have never got in this situation in the first place. That's on me. So at this point, my challenge is not to let this happen again, ever again. It's amazing. Haven't been like this in years. It's been 10 years.
Yeah. Where we stand today, this is a huge success. We're offering him aftercare. He says he's going to take advantage of it, and I really hope that he does. But if he doesn't get the aftercare therapy, then the chances of him continuing to fill the void that led to this problem are really high.
I'm gonna continue to build on this. Just gotta say no and get things straight, continue to work, get the house just like this room. It's amazing.
I do think that Forrest will now be able to sleep in his own bed. He'll be able to actually cook in his kitchen. He'll be able to do his own laundry here. He can start to live again. That should give him the ability to refocus and recharge and finish this job. And I am hopeful that AJ and Curtis and Vista will help Forrest do that. But they've still got a lot of work to do. This is not over.
Group hug. Yes.
I'm Roy. I'm an electrical engineer. Many people regard me as an inventor. The things I have invented would make a very, very long list. I did the grid structure on whatever battery that you have in your car, the main power supply for the Voyager spacecraft. I hooked up China with the Middle East for oil supply. Many historians credit an invention that I've made with the United States winning the Cold War. I have almost 160 acres, primarily of redwoods. This is my outside workshop. Many of the things here, for example, the cars and a lot of electronic parts, are the basis for making other inventions. They're ingredients to work with. I lost count of the number of vehicles I have.
I'm Marlena, and Roy is my boyfriend. I actually met Roy about 6 years after he purchased his property. I knew he was a hoarder, and that was his property, and he could do with it what he wished. And this was his place where he could play.
I purchased the land in 1984. One reason was to preserve the redwoods. The other reason was to have a place to work on electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles and do energy-saving inventions.
His land has gotten out of control. There's just too many cars and too many vehicles, too much junk.
My name's Jim. I'm Roy's attorney. The County of Santa Cruz filed a legal action in the Superior Court against him, seeking fines and seeking to get the vehicles removed. They are seeking more in monetary fines than he can afford to pay, so we're trying to reduce the amount of fines. I think if Roy's cooperative with the county and basically cleans up his property, we can get through this legal mess.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme hoarding cleanup specialist. We're here today to help Roy, who's faced with a pretty serious crisis. Roy has the county coming down on him with some huge fines. We have a few problems logistically. Right now we have severe rain that's supposed to be here for 2 or 3 days. Obviously the weather is not nice. I know it's not going to be easy, but we all got to kind of just button down and make this happen, despite the mud, the rain, the hail, and possible lightning and thunder that's supposed to come in today. We have multiple tow trucks coming, we have flatbeds coming, we even have a bulldozer that's going to come and crush these vehicles. But if we're getting stuck every time we go down this muddy driveway and have to pull it out with winches and tractors and stuff, you can imagine 60-something cars is not going to happen anytime soon. What about the Dodge van back there?
Keep that.
The Mustang over there?
Keep it.
The dump truck?
Keep.
All right. So these are going to stay.
Yes.
But this one is going to get crushed.
That one will get crushed, yes.
You want to see if you can put a big old C on it for crush? Hopefully the paint will stick on the wet window.
This is
the big C. Perfect. How's that feel? All right, good. Now, if we can just do that a few dozen more times, we'll all be happy, and so will the county. Immediately, we've run into a problem with all this mud because of all the heavy rain that we've had. Right now, every vehicle is getting stuck in this mud, even the tow truck. That's what I was afraid of. That chain busts. So we're at a standstill. We're going to bring some gravel in and see if that doesn't give us a little bit of traction to get through here.
How about this?
It stays,
Okay, is that really usable?
probably.
Are you saving pretty much all these metal things?
I'm tending to.
My name is Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding. Once we did get started, Roy had a difficult time making decisions. Okay, those tapes are not good. Those are all wet. You can't use those tapes, Roy. Those are all wet and moldy and mildew inside. Can this go?
Yeah, the school next door could use it.
All right. A broken, what is this?
It's an industrial mixer.
Okay, you cannot use this.
This is
To him, all of this stuff has an unsurpassable value. You know, everything is amazing and unique and important.
This is potentially useful for doing some weird something.
Okay, Roy.
The gravel just got delivered. This is all we could get today. I don't think it's going to be enough to cover all the areas we needed to. Yes, we're golden. So do me a favor. You point out what they can throw in the truck right now for the landfill. Well, we had only about a half an hour to work with Roy today, but we did find out he's not going to get rid of a lot of stuff easily.
I think you can probably do that.
Is that food?
It's food.
So why is there even a thought about if we should keep that or not?
It's probably still good, but it's not worth the risk. You know.
Here, put that on the truck. You can do it.
Well.
There you go. Number one. It's the start of a new beginning, Roy.
We've lost most of the day today. We've got 2 days left. We've got a tremendous amount of work to do.
Roy has so much stuff on his property, and then we get this weather and all the problems with the trucks getting in and out. You know, this is probably the hardest one that I've been on, and I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. I don't have high expectations at all. So we got out here today. It's pouring rain again. The mud is obviously even worse than it was. Luckily for us, we got access to an excavator. It is making quick work of these vehicles. So now we're trying to motivate Roy to let go of even more so we can get his property cleared.
Any of these cars, can any of these ones go, Roy?
No.
You're gonna keep them on the property?
Yeah.
Unless we can convince him otherwise.
We have had to push and push and push and continue to remind him that he's got a major crisis still in front of him.
So
You're in court next week, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
You're in court tomorrow. Yeah, we just discovered that Roy has a court date tomorrow. He has every opportunity to change this right now.
Can I please take that Subaru and crush it and then tow the minivan with the door missing? I can't even legally tow it. So can I take both of those cars and get them out of your way? Because that'll open up the road.
Okay.
I can have them?
Yeah. I'll take one last look inside.
Today we kind of had a breakthrough with him. You know, he started to make decisions on his own. Family put pressure on him, we put pressure on him. I'm hoping he'll continue this. Hey Roy, guess what time it is? You're gonna be at the controls of this one. You do it?
Okay.
We just really wanted Roy to get in there, crush one of these vehicles that he's been sitting on for years, and let him get the feeling, you know what, that it's not that bad to get rid of it.
Good job. Proud of you.
Hopefully that motivated him. Hopefully it picked up his spirit a little bit, and we're gonna get rocking on this thing and get him in court tomorrow and have him off his back.
Having a sense of control made me feel a little bit better. The fun was more in operating machinery than in doing the crushing.
48 more times and we're golden.
We're at the end of the day, and we're not even close to what we wanted to accomplish.
You used to have a tremendous amount of clutter. I'm concerned that once we leave, this is going to stay here. And you have a court date tomorrow.
Right. But at least I can show a lot of progress.
Yeah. So in total today, we removed 16 vehicles, 2 travel trailers, and 7 dump trucks, totaling probably 7,000 pounds altogether. It might buy him a little bit of time, but in the long run, he's probably never going to clear all this stuff off the property, and he's going to fight the county till they either take his land away or he dies doing so.
I'm not happy about the idea of having to clean up this land myself with my siblings' help if my dad doesn't do it.
You still have probably 15 vehicles down here, buses, motorhomes.
I have my own reasons for wanting to hang on to things. I feel sad about losing a lot of items, a lot of vehicles.
It's the end of the job, you know, just to top things off. The truck just left with all the vehicles on it, and it tips over as soon as it pulls out. So I think they put a little too many cars in it. There's probably one too many. Now we have to call a tow truck out to pick it all up and get them all back in there. You know, this has been the worst job I've been on, and this just topped it. This is the icing on the cake.
We've tried everything that we can, and hopefully he will gather some resources together and make it happen. We can only hope.
My name is George. I'm 63 years old. I'm a registered nurse. The house itself is clean and normal, but we have a couple of rooms that are just pretty much filled with stuff. I would guess that there's probably between 5 and 10 tons worth of miscellaneous everything there.
My name is Debbie. I'm 54, and I'm George's wife. The items come from George bringing something home probably almost every day for the last 20 years. George is collecting projects, but yet he doesn't work on them. And he has so many projects that I don't know if he knows where to start at. Kind of devastating to me, especially because it was a yard and none of it was mine. I mean, I just felt like I never even contributed to any of it, but because my name was on the house, I would have to go to court.
The problem is again, the officials wanting this to happen or else.
My name is Tracy, I'm 31, and I'm George's youngest daughter. Everything in it, my parents handmade, built-ins, my mother stenciled, and everything was made with pride and with care and with love. And you look at it now and you're like, what happened?
Thinking about it, it could even be like a loss of control in that situation, and you over-control in another way. And I think that may be part of what hoarding is about. Just you can control what you have, but you really don't.
He was a little messy in the beginning, you know, I mean, like a guy thing.
The first couple of years, everything was just the way it had been before.
There was a time when he had 10 projects and it was okay, and then he built a garage and he had a couple hundred projects, and then he filled the basement and his own 4-car garage, and he had a couple hundred more projects. And all of a sudden it was like, where do you look where you don't have projects? And how can you possibly, in one lifetime, complete any of those?
Good morning, everybody. Morning. Good morning. My name is Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. George, everyone's here today because they love you. We want to help you out. As the day gets tough and gets challenging, remember, we're all here because we love you. George is a classic hoarder. We see it all the time. We call it the fixin'-tos. He's fixing to do this, he's fixing to do that. In any hoarding situation, it really starts with good intention. Pastor Randy, will you lead us in prayer?
I sure will.
Okay, thank you.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for this day.
My name is Dr. Elizabeth Moore. I'm a clinical psychologist specializing in anxiety disorders and compulsive hoarding. We have the very good fortune of having about 40 volunteers from the local church.
All right, we ready to go, everybody? Yeah. All right, let's do it. Yeah. We're giving him that top barn, the top of the property. That's his limits. If it fits in there, he can keep it. If it doesn't fit in there, he can't keep it. I don't care if he fills it with chickens. He can do whatever he wants to do. But that's the space and the limits that he has.
Tools over here. Well, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but so far it's going pretty good. We're clearing a lot of stuff out, so things are seeming to be going pretty well.
45 minutes and we cleaned a barn. That's
good.
George started out really strong. I think we were all impressed at the decisions he was making. He was getting rid of some really big items. Things got a bit harder when we moved into the garage.
Don't throw it away, honey.
But I'm asking you, what does it go to?
A plastic post.
Which you have where?
I don't have right now.
Why? You have to say goodbye to some stuff, Dad. You're keeping a lot. We have made a commitment to the family as a whole not to hoard anywhere else, not to touch anywhere else. We're staying on a 1-acre plot of land, which is his to make decisions on. Okay. So
I didn't consider taking stuff down and putting it in a trailer to
we
be
promise
in
not
use
to
of their
touch
property.
any other property at all, just stay on our 1 acre, right?
That doesn't sound like a great option to me.
The only option you're willing to do is the option that we're not allowed to do. That's the only option you're willing to do. That doesn't sound like compromise at all.
It's the only one that makes sense to me.
Are you confused about why you're not permitted to use the other properties at this point, or?
Yeah, I think they're being real pig-headed about something that would really simplify how this could be.
Right now, you're being pig-headed. I'm sorry, you are. Imagine if I came in here and I told you, I'm gonna park my car here, Dad, and you're never gonna use your garage, ever, because I'm gonna keep my cars here. And I know you're my father, so I'm gonna do it. And you're gonna like it, and you're gonna be okay with it. For 60 years, and you're gonna be okay with it. You would say, absolutely not, there's no way in hell, get your car and put it in your own garage. Do you agree?
Well, you have to put the stuff back in the room or whatever, but I just don't think it's a good way to do it.
Okay. The whole weekend was about helping him and us loving him and supporting him. And the one thing, the one only guideline he had to stick by, he couldn't do it.
Dump it. Get out of the way.
Here's what I know about change. Change is hard. It really is. And lasting change is even harder to do.
Family's at church. We've got about 3 hours. Everything's happening very quickly this morning. All the landscaping's going right now. Cars getting picked up.
More guys up in the front. If I didn't accept people's advice, if I didn't listen to people who loved me and who said, hey, Randy, guess what? You've got some blind spots, I would never grow. 2, 3. You see, change begins to show only when your faith is turned into action. Luke 9:25, Jesus said this, for what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and himself is destroyed or lost.
How was the service?
Wow, awesome.
Good?
Wonderful.
All right.
As always.
You're gonna see here in the next few minutes why I wasn't there. We got a lot done this morning. If you look around, the grass is all
See
cut.
that? Yes.
We've got all, look at your front hedges, they're all trimmed back.
Whoa, I didn't even.
You can see the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Debbie and George just got back from church. I was able to walk around the property, and they were both really excited. They're really starting to see, after all this hard work, they're seeing things follow through. You have a backyard now.
Good heavens.
We're ready.
That does look
so
different.
Awesome.
What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, here's the issue. Your barn is almost full, and we've still got to go through the basement and the garage. So we've still got some hard decisions to make.
Keep? Oh, that should go in the little playhouse.
Even though it's broken?
Yeah, we'll get it fixed.
Wheel?
Keep, and same with these. Keep.
And when we got to his dad's water boots, he told me that he had thrown them away, and then I found them tucked up in the shelf. So, these are your dad's boots.
These have been used, they're leaking, but they were my dad's. I kept them.
You don't keep your dad's boots because they fit. You keep them because you love your dad.
Yes.
George did get a little emotional today in the basement, which was good. I wanted to see him have some type of emotion other than happy. He finally started to let go.
They have served as a memory for me. At this point in time, I think I'll let other things serve as a memory. That was the thing that was needed for this. There had to be a change in my feeling and attitude towards all this in order for it to go in the first place. Here we go. Kind of feel yourself going with them. But I know there's other memories, and we had a lot of time together. The memories are still there.
I'm proud of you. That's a big deal. You've come a long way in 4 days, man.
Still thinking of my dad at the time, though. Make room for grandkids' memories, and I have one grandson that looks just like my dad. And I think that's a better memory.
I think George has discovered that he's been a bit too liberal in what he's taken on. He's now identified and prioritized a few main projects.
I had a total of about 4 projects we discussed about, and first and primary one was getting the truck out, getting going on it, which a lot of these parts have been collected for years and years and years.
George really likes that truck, and he was excited. I mean, he's excited to get going on that project, and we got all the parts to it.
I just found my plate for the truck. It's a 1932 plate, so I have to clean it up, repaint it. It's great seeing this thing. I haven't sat in it in quite a while, in many years, probably about 15 years. That's a big part of what this whole thing was about, too. That's like the saving grace of it all.
I hope he stays focused on that truck. If that's the one project he focuses on, I think that'll keep him busy for a year or two. All right, so we gotta pull this thing out today, and we got an hour to do it.
Okay. It's been more than 20 years since I actually saw the complete truck or could get in the door to it.
I'm leaving in 30 minutes. Let's go.
There is a garage here.
I love you.
Oh, that looks good.
The most shocking thing that's happened is my dad's happiness is back. I mean, I can see the fire in him again. I can see him smiling and laughing and really enjoying himself. And he hasn't been like that in a very long time.
You can park your car in the garage.
I could open a door and not hit something?
You
sure?
can get in the house.
Should I try it?
You can find everything, Dad.
It's something to be able to see the corners of the garage again and to be able to pull 2 cars in. That was a good feeling. It's about time that's what the garage was designed for.
Outside citations, I think we've hit them all. The officers are going to come in and they're going to see that the family did every single thing they could, and I think he's going to get at least an extension, if not fully passing.
Dave,
We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we got a lot of metal out, and we actually have a check for over $1,000 in metal money that you can put towards restoring that or whatever you want. And
thank you. Wow, you guys, I'll tell you, you guys were a lifesaver.
We got $1,000 from some of the scrap metal. We probably got another 1,000 coming tomorrow. And I mean, George he's gonna make some money off of this. I think he's getting excited. He's starting to see the light now, and he's very pleased with what's happening.
This is great.
I do think it's crucial that George gets treatment moving forward. If he doesn't, I'm afraid we just gave him a whole bunch of space to fill up again. The real question is, when we're all gone and he's, you know, on his way home from work and he can make that turn into the junkyard, is he gonna do it?
It was time to get rid of some stuff and just go on the memories, and I have a lot of them.
I'm Althia, and this house is overwhelming for me. It's just, I just can't get a grip on it. I have clothes, kids' clothes, women's clothes, exercise clothes, and hats, men's caps and stuff like that. I got a lot of tools, tool boxes. Oh, I got a lot of things. I got dogs, I got toys. I got a little bit of everything. I don't know if I'm a hoarder or not, but I know I have a lot of stuff. Because I bought this stuff to sell. Most of it I bought to sell, and the rest I bought for my house.
I'm Veronica, Althia's daughter, but everyone calls me Molly. My mom is definitely a hoarder, and she knows it. In the backyard, there's a 53-foot trailer on the property. Box trucks, tractors, vehicles with no tires, vehicles that will not run. The sailboat has been there, oh gosh, over 20 years.
I'm Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. I'm gonna go get my crew and we'll get started. Remember, we're trying to let go today. Let go, make space. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. No time like the present. Let's get going. Holy crap. What's the use for this one?
Well, for somebody to sleep on it when they come.
When you guys come over, are you gonna want to sleep on this?
No.
No?
Donate. Woo. What about that? Donate?
We're not done with the inside. Our team is split up, and we now have people working in our bedroom, the family room, and the kitchen. Here we are, you guys. End of the last day, and guess where we're standing? In a garage, in a driveway, all this space. What I'd like to do is just walk around the property, make sure we've addressed everything that the city was on you for. What do you think the city's gonna say when they come back here now?
It's amazing.
I persuaded her to get rid of a lot of stuff back there in that backyard. I know she was gonna be stubborn about things, but I knew I was gonna help her get rid of some of these things. I just had to stay there with her.
That's right. I'm going to definitely make sure that she don't go back through her ways.
Our crew absolutely got rid of a lot more stuff in that backyard than I ever thought possible. Especially the first 2 days. She was so resistant, I didn't think that stuff was gonna leave. I'd like to show you what we were able to do inside the house. You wanna go see that?
Yes. Yes.
I would love to show you that.
All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is great. Thank you. I appreciate this. I really do. I really appreciate it.
Well, there's more. You wanna see some other rooms?
Yes. Oh,
yeah. All right.
Oh my God. What are you doing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at my bed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I had that stuff all over that dresser. It was a mess. And I couldn't even walk all my clothes. Oh, this is great. Oh, I got to sit down. Oh my goodness gracious. This is great. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, we were not able to get to the basement or the new parts of her home. But her livable parts, the garage, and the part that the city's on her for, the exterior, is completely done.
I need to let go. Yeah. I can see it. I can do better. I can see this now. I know I got a new goal now. I got a new goal.
I'm Barbara, and a lot of people call me Santa Barbara. It's because I'm always collecting things, and I give it to different people, whether it's their birthday or Christmas. I have bags and bags of clothes. I go up and down alleys, and I find things that people don't want anymore. I find a home for it. Evidently, it's overwhelmed me and I can't give it away faster than I'm finding it.
I'm Robert. Barbara's my mom. I did tons of work on that yard. Trimmed out the trees, cleared out a bunch of stuff that was around the tree. I tried to convince her to put it all in a dumpster. She goes, no, I'll just put it in bags. And I just go, the city's going to find out one of these days. They're going to come down on you.
I'm Rich Massey, the city's code enforcement officer. Approximately 6 weeks ago, I responded to the property regarding complaints of possible substandard conditions. We made contact with Barbara outside her property by the rear yard, and we could observe multiple piles of clothing and different types of miscellaneous junk and debris. Barbara was kind of hesitant to let us in at that point. She's currently in violation of our public nuisance code.
To me, there isn't that much stuff that should be removed. I'm comfortable the way it is. Not everybody's taste, but it's my taste.
I'm Brian. Barbara's my mother. If I was the city, I would board up the house. It's not livable. The last time I was in there, you can still see the kitchen table, you can still walk on the floor. When I came in there a month ago, it's a death trap.
The worst thing I'm worried about is a fire. Her stove is just full of stuff. And all you have to do is just push a button. It's just a matter of time.
I'm Corey Chalmers. I am an extreme hoarding cleanup specialist. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are here for Barbara, who's facing a pretty serious crisis. Okay, the city's on you. You have to clean up the outside of the house.
Right.
Okay, we're going to divide and conquer. Some guys outside, some guys inside. Quick decisions, and we can get this done.
Okay.
All right, you guys all ready? Ready. All right, let's get started.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
You guys hold up for a minute. What do you got?
Hold up, guys.
What are you?
In that thing there, the cupboards, I was saving things for Christmas.
Everything we've been throwing out has been pretty much
Garbage.
water damage.
You got to understand, it's been out there in the
molded.
pouring rain.
Did you save anything? Show me anything you saved.
I'm Dr. Michael Tompkins. I'm a licensed psychologist, and I specialize in the treatment of OC spectrum disorders like hoarding disorder. In observing Barbara, she's kind of like a butterfly, and she flits from flower to flower.
When I got that.
Barbara, okay, just stay with me.
Okay.
Let's just follow one thread.
Cognitively, it's hard for her to hold on to a particular idea for an extended period of time.
I want my golf balls. Pay $5 for a whole
Barbara,
basket
this is
of...
literally a pile that you would find at the landfill and maybe even worse. Are you really going to sit here and pick through it and get old waterlogged golf balls out?
I am concerned with whether this is really sinking in. Barbara is saying that she's understanding the degree of this problem, but I'm not really sure that she understands what may happen tomorrow if this home doesn't meet code enforcement standards.
What I want you to see is the inside of her freezer.
If she is indeed eating food that's tainted like this, then for sure I have to make an APS call.
Can we go clean up the kitchen now?
Please? I came way out here
I know.
to help you. It's really hard for me to come out here. I love her, and I'm just trying to help her out.
Okay.
Barbara, for
All
once, look at him and say,
Do
I
what
need
makes
you.
feel comfortable.
No, say, I need you to help.
If you love me, you would stop
Okay.
and let us do our job and clean it up before the city comes down here
I
and takes your
understand.
house away. You want that to happen?
no.
So we have to do it right now.
Do it.
Here, let me help you.
Please, I want all the silverware.
No, it won't come out.
You do
Stop.
this. Keep
Stop.
doing this. Keep doing this. They don't care what's in drawers. They're not going to give an inspection. They're not going to open up cupboards and drawers.
Oh, yeah, they will.
So any attempts to help are, met with a lot of resistance and denial.
They're putting things in here, taking things out, Barbara.
I'm not taking much. I'm just looking at it.
No, you're
Now
taking
they
things
broke
out,
it.
Barbara. You're running out of time, Barbara.
Just one thing.
Need to get this stuff moving. Inspector's gonna be here any minute.
Let me just put it outside then.
No. Leave it here. We're gonna put more stuff in and take it out. We need to get in here.
Well, you get in here, but I'll get it on the way out.
You're in my way. I gotta take everything off here and here.
I'm taking this off. You think you're trashing this?
Every time I touch something.
You're not trashing it.
I've never seen my mom behave like this at all. It's just unbearable.
Let me look to see what it is. That's fair.
I'm just trying to get things done as quickly as possible before the inspector comes.
Hi, Barbara. Rich Massey, Code Enforcement for the city.
Yeah.
From what I can see, it looks like you still got a ways to go. I'd like to go inside, too, and see what we have inside.
I'd rather you came back in a couple hours when it's more clean.
Looks like you have a door that opens now that probably you couldn't at one time.
Very important that we got that refrigerator out of her bedroom to get her to pass this inspection today. But I still don't think he's going to sign it off.
If I get past you there, thank you. Good, okay, I need her. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these photographs, I'm going to make some case notes, and then I'm going to extend this thing out for 2 more weeks. And what I expect in 2 weeks is great progression from this point on. 2 weeks, if we don't see a change, we may have to deem this property substandard, and we'll post the property and have a notice to vacate.
She needs a nice clean house, a new refrigerator. She needs the whole thing restored to start living normally. She's getting used to the idea. She knows it needs to get done.
There's still a long ways to go, but she's understanding what needs to be done around the property.
It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think we're actually saving her life.
Sunglasses. I never seen so many sunglasses ever. Wonder what this is. I am not going to allow myself to lose this house, period. And I'm going to make it look better than the next door neighbors. How's that? Right? Can I just keep a few?
Hi, thanks for being a fan of Hoarders. And subscribe to A&E for more videos and click the links around me to watch more.